What's up, my YouTube world? This is Johnny Mow. Johnny Mow, what's going on? I'll wait for a few people to jump in here. See if anyone's. They're probably still working, or if they're out and about. It's 5 o'clock about 5:05, 5:10. See if anyone jumps in here. We talk about whatever you want to talk about today. Whatever you want to talk about. We can talk about standards, office, whatever. What's up, Jason O'Bannon? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Good evening, Alan. How are you, sir? How are you? How are you? How are you? What's going on out there in the YouTube world? My man, Cato. What's going on? Let's talk Toro TimeMaster. Let's talk about it. What do you want to know about the Toro TimeMaster? The transmission stinks. It still stinks. Yes. That's all you need to know. That's it. That's it. It's done. The Toro, that's the end of the cut. The transmission still stinks. I just bought mine. I have 7 hours on it. I just changed the first oil change, and the left side is already starting to fail on me already. 4 more yards. There you go. So the Toro TimeMaster is what it is. If you need it for every day, I think within 3 months you're going to replace the transmission. Although I am seeing online now that these transmissions are really cheap, like $90. So, that's really affordable if that's what you want to do, is keep changing transmission. For me, I'll keep changing a transmission. If I can go through a transmission every 2 years, I only put 50 hours a year on them. What's the future plans for your business? You know what? I am really, this next 10 years is big for me. Did you get a stander? Come on, did you see my video, man? Come on, you gotta go look at my video. I did a review of it. Come on, I got a stander. Thanks to Ferris, they sent me out a stander. Yes, it'd be good for a part-timer as long as you're not doing any hills. Ferris sent me out a stander. Cadco Industries, distributor for Ferris over here in Pennsylvania, sent me a stander. They dropped it off, said do whatever you want with it. Keep it as long as you like, and let us know what you think of it. And if I wanted to purchase it, they can give me a good deal on it. I will listen. The video of all videos is coming. Sit versus stand, and what are my thoughts and what are my. Oh man, I can't wait to do this video. You do not want to miss sit versus stand. I'm telling you right now, because when you talk about controversy, we're gonna stir the pot when we do that one. And I'm not gonna be able to do a live on that one because you guys will murder me after I get done saying what I. Now I want you to see something here though. These are some records. 10 a.m. in Scotland, Johnny. Hey, Johnny, hope all is going well. Thanks, good. These are some records. These records are very key to what I think about sit versus stand. So I've had my stander for 2 weeks now. Today marks the second week I've had it. I've used it for 2 weeks. And what I've been doing is I've been keeping accurate times on how long it took me with a sit down versus how long it takes me with a stander. So there's some numbers here, and they're very intriguing. They're very intriguing. I time in, time out every day, every lawn. I've been doing that for as long as I can remember. Time in, time out. I know exactly how much time that lawn should take, and I've even marked stander, ST, or zero, Z for zero. And so I know exactly how much. This is like a novel, Johnny. Yeah, right here. Lee sells. Lee, I think that's what it sells. You're right on it. You're right on it. You're right on it. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to explain to you in my video why I believe most people are jumping on the bandwagon of standing, and why I believe, for some it's a must. It's an absolute must for some. But if you have some certain health issues, um, riding a stander could be detrimental. If you have heart issues, I would not be on a stander. I will tell you that. If you have poor circulation, um, I'm telling you right now, if you're on a stander, you're going to be in trouble. But I'm going to save it for my sit versus stand video because I'm coming straight out the bar. I'm coming loaded, baby. Sit versus stands. I got the stats right here to prove it. I got the stats right here to prove it, guys. I don't just play around with this stuff. I don't just guesstimate. I got stats to prove which one's more efficient, which one takes longer. I got the stats, guys. I got the stats. I'm ready to go, baby. When I do this video, you're going to crack up. You are going to crack up when I do this video. But on a serious note, you need to get in touch with your Elite Lawn Care. You need to get in touch with your the Ferris rep. My Ferris rep's name is Kevin. He's unbelievable. He's just. I was having an issue with my mower, and he was willing to come pick it up and bring it to his best service station in his area. He services pretty much a lot of Pennsylvania. I think all the way even up to Buffalo, New York, if I'm not mistaken. I think he does. I'm not sure, but that's a heck of they're just phenomenal. The Ferris, listen to me. The Ferris stander is number one. In the last 3 months, I have demoed a lot of standers. Ferris. So Z3 is the king of Z3 61 inch is the king of standers. There's nothing out there that compares. The Z3 is the absolute best stander on the market. After that, the ZK and the Z2 are there. If you're into standers, to me, just in my opinion, there's only 3 that really matter. And 2 of them are Ferris's. I know that's going to, Johnny, you're just a Ferris guy. No, I'm not just a Ferris guy. Because I can nitpick this Ferris. There's some problems with the Ferris. The Ferris where your feet go on the platform. When your feet rub up against the side, they hurt. I could have told you that last year. What could you have told me last year, Lawn Commander? What could you have told me? Ed Wright, like Island Mowing said, property size has a lot to do with it. Is this the Ed Wright of the Wright Standers guy? I mean, is this like the man of the man? Ed, if that's who you are, I just want to let you know, I think the ZK Killer, you built a serious machine there. I really believe that. And I honestly, I believe the ZK Killer, if you are in the market for a stander, you absolutely deserve to have that be one of your top. To me, there's only three standers. There's only 3 standers that really 2 that are what they are. The ZK Killer and the Ferris Z3. To me, the Ferris Z3 it's one. It's that's the one right there. At Ferris, I wish what they would have did is at the bottom of the platform on the sides. If they could have put some kind of padding on the sides, because when your feet are up against that little metal, the metal lip is about that big. I've noticed that in the last 2 weeks demoing this unit that I have a little bit of like rubbing issue right there. So if they had a little bit of padding on the sides where your feet, kind of like Toro's grandstand, how it comes up and has like a little bit of rubber up there, it's a little bit more comfortable. But to me, honestly, there's only three standers, and I do like the Toro Grandstand, but the Toro Grandstand pops up on a hillside, and I don't like that. I don't like it pop. I know you can buy a weight kit, but I don't want to buy a weight kit. Like the ZK Killer, Z3, and the Z2 don't come up. It just they don't come up. The platform is an issue for me, and I'll tell you another thing that was an issue, at least with the Z2, is I was mowing a 2 acre property, and I got 3/4 of the way, and I noticed that the deck didn't look like it was cutting very good, and I didn't catch it. I went around a tree root, bumped it up, and the deck popped up, and I cut 3/4 of that lawn, and I had to go back and cut it again. And when I hit that root again, it did it again, and I didn't catch it again. So that really perturbed me, like perturbed me. Now I'm nervous every time I hit a bump. I'm looking down there. But you do not want to miss my video. I'm going to say it again. Do not miss the sit versus stands. And I'm going to say this again. I didn't play around. When I did these demos, I didn't play around. I got the stats. Same lawn with a sit down versus same lawn with the stander. And which does it more faster? I'm telling you guys, you're going to love this video. I'm going to talk about health issues. Again, this is a warning, and I mean this with all sincerity. If you have heart issues, please do not buy a stander. You know what, Jay? You're starting to get into some stuff. I call it the weed whacker syndrome. The weed whacker syndrome is where your hands go numb. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't notice the weed whacker syndrome. I noticed hand fatigue, but not the syndrome where my hands were going numb on the ZK Killer. I did notice it on. Well, I don't want my toe cut off. I definitely don't want my toe cut off, but I don't wear flip flops, and I definitely don't wear steel toe boots. I wear tennis shoes with a rubber thing over top of them. Yeah, I don't really know what you're talking. Ed, what I was referring to is on the platform, on the Ferris platform, on the sides, they have a lip. It's about that far on the sides, and sometimes when your feet are up against it, it rubs right there, and it kind of after about 6 7 hours, it just gets bothering me. You don't even want to be on that side. Um, and I think that standard makers, can make that softer on that side. I'm not sure. I'm not an engineer, but I've been mowing grass for 23 years, so I think I'd find a way to put some kind of cushion or padding over there since your feet are over there constantly. I'll say this, that the cushion part of the Ferris is unbelievable. Where you plant your knees into it, it's soft, it's not abrasive, it doesn't hurt my knees. Um, Ferris did a wonderful job with that part of it. You know where your knees are, how they fit in there. It's soft. My knees never felt abrasive. They never when I was on the Staris, my knees were kind of rubbing the wrong way. I didn't like it. I'm not saying the Staris is a bad product. I just didn't like the way my knees felt after I got off of it and used. I just didn't like it. The main thing I didn't like about the Staris was just engine choice. I just think this has some better engines. Um, the one thing I'll say about the Z3 Ferris is you're going to have some issues of it being heavy. It's a heavy machine. I think it's 12 or 1,300 pounds. It's 12 or 1,300 pounds. So knowing that, Yeah, I don't know how you could give your kid a ride on that. I mean, that I would never. I man, that platform ain't that big. Maybe the ZK Killer you could. You know what, Ed? I like the all in one. I've never blown a hydro in a confined unit. The hydro gears 5400, 4400, 3400. I've definitely blown the pump and wheel motor system. I don't know if it gets hotter or what it is, but I've never ever blown in 23 years a unitized pump. I've definitely blown some serious pump and wheel motors. 100% blown them. Um, I don't know. I think the unitized pumps and wheel motors probably add a lot more weight to it. But I will say this: I got the Z2 stuck yesterday in a back lawn, and I think I pointed this out on my video where I just pulled those levers back and went. I pulled them back, and I was able to pull that machine right out by myself. I just yanked one side, yanked the other, and it came right out. And it was stuck. It wasn't moving, and I like that feature. But again, watch my video, sit versus stand. You're gonna absolutely love this video. I'm gonna give you numbers of 3200 Ferris versus the Z2 61 inch. What I thought, what I will do in the future. Um, and I'm going to say this, I'm going to keep saying this throughout this. When is this video coming out? I'm going to hold you. It's going to be out by next week. I want to take 3 weeks on this demo I have. I probably have the mower for about a month or so, and I just want to make sure, like I can, after about 5 lawns. Okay. After about 5 lawns, I was zipping around with this Ferris like it was nothing. Same thing with the ZK. It didn't take me long. It didn't take me long at all. I actually, Ed, I am a little concerned about that 3400 pump because, man, I was moving with that thing. I mean, I could see those pumps. They only have 2 quarts of oil in them too. I could see that. I think those could be a problem down the road. I'm not sure. Little Birdie told me though that Ferris might be, fixing those issues on the next run, which is coming out next year, which should be pretty special. This Z2, it's fast. It's up, down, around. It goes everywhere. If you're looking for a 52-inch Z2, would be the way to go. Um, I like it. I don't think a 61 application is good on the Z2. It's just my opinion. Um, if you want a 61, I told you if you're at a 61 and you want the bigger motors, there's only 2 companies right now that are really doing it. That's Wright and Ferris. The other companies are just behind. I don't know if it's because how big the blocks are, they can't figure it out. I don't know, but the only two real standards in the 61 with the bigger blocks, you're going to have to go with Wright or Ferris. And I already told you what my opinion is. Either one, I like the cut quality of the Ferris better. I thought it was a little bit better on heels, and it's fast. The Z3 is fast. Hi, Mary. How are you today, Mary? You are married to Eric. I just wanted to say hi to Mary. I believe that Ferris is probably going to put a 4400 pump in those. The 52-inch Z2, I think, is a serious player. I really do. I think the 52 matched up with a 28 EFI. I think that's a serious, serious player. I would run that all day long, all day, all night, light. I think that's the perfect mower. The weight is excellent on it. I would run that all day long. And honestly, the 61, it's a nice mower. I think if you're going to get a 61, I think it should be the Z3, or if you like the ZK, either one of those mowers. What's up, Paul Jameson? Hey, Cleveland, man. What's up with Cleveland looking too bad, baby? I guess we're just talking about standards tonight. Wow, talking about a Ferris fanboy. That's right. That's right. I believe in Ferris, and they have changed the way I mow, especially on the riders. The riders, listen, guys, I'll say it. It most of the reason why people go to standards is because zero turns are uncomfortable, and I'm telling you, when you get on a Ferris, if the Ferris can cut good in your area, if it can't cut good in your area, then don't worry about it. But when you get on a Ferris and you work 8 hours after riding on shocks, go 1 week riding a Ferris mower, 2100 or above. No, I haven't tried them, and I don't know, man. I'm not. I don't know, Ed. I'm not big on those. I see. I think the ICD deck does really good in a wet application up here. I mean, nothing really does great, but out of all the decks I used, the ICD seems to do good. I'm not a fan of that FS15. They rushed through production, and they didn't have the accessories out for it. And so now what they're trying to do is they're trying to make accessories after the fact. It should have been equipped with the accessories. Like, how are you going to bag with that? I don't know. I'm going to let that go about 2 years. I'm going to let that go about 2 years before I even play with that. That's right, baby. Let's go to the game. Me and you, Paul. Let's go to the game. Me and you. The Laser Edge, I'm just not. I'm going to wait a while on them. I see mixed reviews on them. I guess they're good down south. I'm not. I have an RBG 712, and I just like sharpening blades, so I don't know. I like it. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if they have a Z3 add-on. I think Toro has a bagging system add-on. They are good in sandy soil. I don't know. I like. Get out of here. The Browns coming to town, expensive. Did you hear about what happened to Shane from DLT? No, I didn't. I haven't followed him in a couple weeks. I hope he's okay. Yeah, let me know. You haven't missed anything. We're talking. Mr. Wright's in here, controlling the conversation, talking about standards. Hey, Mr. Wright, I want to tell you something, man. You've done a great job of marketing your product. Well, people make mistakes. People make mistakes. No, that's all right. I love talking about standards. I really do. It's been a passion of mine for the last 2 months. I mean, I've been demoing. Why do? I don't know. What's up? What's up? Yeah, I have that issue, but my last disc lasted 2 years. Disc. The very first one I got didn't last but 3 weeks because I had to get all my blades back in. But the last disc has lasted 2 years, and I love sharpening blades. I don't know why. I like having that sharp edge. The RBG 712 is just fun to use. So I honestly, it would these new blades, these laser edge, these new fancy things that are coming out. It would have to be something special. It would have for me to even look at them. I like getting under there during the spring. I think every 3 days I sharpen blades. Right now, the grass the way it is, we just got a right dealer here. He's not really in our area. But he's about 45 minutes away, a little far for me, but he's close enough to where you can request a demo. And a couple guys here, one guy in town here just purchased a ZK Killer, and I was able to use it. He let me use it, and good stuff. I like them sharp, Ed. I like them crisp. I love coming off that machine and putting them on. The first two cuts of the day are just, I don't know. I change them every other cut if I could, but I don't know. Right now the grass are really dry. We're starting to skip some now, so my blades are lasting about 7 to 10 days. They still keep that nice edge on there. They sell them at Rittenhour's up here in Butler, PA. Right, they sell at Rittenhour's up in Butler, PA, the right mower. If you're looking for a right, that's where I go. What's up, John? What's up, Ed? Yeah, honestly, I would demo. I would demo a right. I think they deserve it. I enjoyed the ZK Killer. That's it though. For me, it's the ZK Killer. Like the ZK and the Z3, and I will say the Z2. The Z2 52-inch deck with 28 EFI. Those are the three. Everything else, I don't even want to play. I went to college in Beaver Falls. Did you go to Geneva? Really? You must have a Christian background too, then. um, I am literally 20 minutes north of Beaver Falls, Ed. Like I'm right there. So there's a market for standers around here. If you're looking for some dealers around here, you should come in here. Can I try that sharper? I'm thinking about purchasing. What do you want to do? Come over and use my sharpener? Lawns and Beyond? I thought he went the right state. um, Jay's Crazy Cuts. I have demoed that, and I don't want to bash. I hate to bash it, but it's worthless. It is, to me, it's worthless. Um, Ferris has been really good to me. They've been really good to me. They've made me a lot of money over the years. But the 52 Z3 is just a boat anchor. It does not like hills. That's all I'm gonna say. I just for whatever reason, it's just Ferris just dropped the ball on that one. There's not much I can. You know me, I'm real with you. I tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, and Ferris dropped the ball on that one. The 61, they did not drop the ball on that one. That is the cat's meow. I mean, the Z3 is the cat's meow, and then the ZK, they just go head to head. They're right. I like the Z3 better than the ZK, but the Z3 is something special. And underneath that, I think the 52-inch Z2 it's a phenomenal piece of equipment. I am thoroughly impressed with it. Again, I do want to state, I want to keep saying this. I want you guys to be very careful. If you have heart conditions, do not get on a stander and mow all day. I promise you, you will figure it out real quick. If you have any type of heart issues, you will figure it out real quick if you're on a stander. And I do want you to be careful because if you have poor circulation, it will show up in an instant, and it could be dangerous for you. And I mean that. No, I don't collect my. I do not collect clippings anymore. Nothing. I was a big into collection, and I kept blowing pumps. It was costing me a lot of money. I mean, at the height, I was putting 900 hours a year on my main mower, and I'm telling you, I kept going through pumps every 400 to 700 hours. The Z1, I'm not impressed with. It doesn't hold a hill at all. So Ferris Z1 to me, unless you're on flat land, I'm not a. Ugh, I'm not impressed with that at all. And the quarters are really tight when you're standing on the Z1. I'm not a fan of the Z1. Sorry, Ferris. I think they need to go back to the drawing board on that. Um, it's very dangerous to get that mower on a hill, and I want to warn you. You get that Z1 on a hill, you could get yourself really hurt, and I don't want to see anyone get hurt. That mower cannot hold a hill. The Z2 61 inch, it holds a hill. I was zipping around on hills today with it. So I'm gonna go another week with it. That'll give me 3 weeks. Johnny, how's the battery stuff going? Love it. Never going back. Never going back. Milwaukee all the way. Thank you. That's my passion. That's my passion is knowing your numbers. That's my passion. If you know your numbers, you can afford a $250 weed whacker. If you know your numbers, you can do that. You don't have to do a live stream to work up $250 if you know your numbers. High lift gators work the best. Yeah. Talk to you later. See you later, Paul. um, Cadco distributors um, dropped it off, and nice on that joke. Cadco distributors here in Pennsylvania, Ferris rep, dropped it off and told me to do whatever I want with it. And if I wanted the mower, they would give me a really awesome deal on it. I've had it for 2 weeks. I'll probably have it for the month, and we'll see after that what I decide to do with it. I think you'll know after sit first stand. After that video comes out, I think everyone's going to know. Yeah, knowing your numbers, guys, is the most important thing, especially when it gets hot out or, you start skipping. I don't know, guys, and it's a passion of mine because I think G Packard said it best one time. Well, I got this mower with 0 hours on it, and if they don't come get it soon, I'm gonna have more hours than that on it. So it's gonna be more than a demo if they don't come get it soon. And it doesn't sound like they're in any rush. They don't really care how long I keep the mower. So um, I'll have more hours than that on it. And he did say he'd give me a heck of a deal. And some of the numbers he threw at me, you know, it's a deal if I took that mower. But I've already got 20 hours on this thing. G. Packard said this one time. He said there are YouTube entertainers and there are some useful, YouTube channels. And I think that separating the difference, because and I don't see anything wrong with YouTube entertainment. I actually like to be entertained myself. It's quite funny. But when you have companies that aren't really doing well in business, giving out advice to young kids coming up in the business, you say one thing and then you act another way. I think it's tough. I think we almost need warning labels on YouTube videos, like, "Hey, this is strictly entertainment. This is fun stuff." But there are some channels that if you listen to them, you will be broke. If you do it the way they do it, you will be broke. You will not have an employee. Um, they're fun to watch. They're fun to watch, but if you do it their way, I promise you, you will not have an employee. You will be broke, and it will be tough for you, seriously, to afford equipment that can help you out, like a $250 weed whacker, or just can't afford to do this, just can't afford to do that. Um, you know, I just I don't know, guys. Too much bad advice out there. There really are, and it is concerning because some of these guys are really looked up to, and some of the stuff that they do and the practices that they do, and even the quality of work that they even put on camera is bad. I've only heard great things about Grasshopper. They're not around here at all. If you're a Grasshopper guy, what I've learned, Walker and Grasshopper they have a special following. I even think Wright has a special following. It's almost like a cult following. If you're in business, that's what you want, though. You want that cult following. Like, they are loyal. They are loyal, and I'm not just saying that. I just not saying that because another person says. I'm saying it because I've noticed with those three companies, if you say anything about those three companies, they they go after you. Grasshopper's not around here. I heard they make great heavy built machines. I haven't heard anything bad about a Grasshopper. I have not got my hands on one. I've seen them at trade shows, but that's it. Say See what I mean? It's called falling. When I said I didn't understand why people use Walker, I people were making videos about me. This one little kid. I said they weren't fast enough, and he's a 48-inch mower, and he made a video, and he's flying up and down this. He's flying up and down this lawn, and he's going so fast. The deck's going like this. Boom, 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 boom. Look how fast I'm going. Look how fast I'm going. No, I haven't heard that, and if that's true, I feel terrible. If that's true, I feel really, really bad that that happened to Nick. If that's true, all joking aside, I would hate to see that happen to anyone. Nick, Shane, anybody. Uh, YouTubers to run away from. I don't think so. I think there's value. I think there's value in some of those channels. It's kind of like, filter it. You know what I mean? Just filter. Hey, Johnny and everyone else. It just filter what the information is. Like, don't listen to everything I say because I like Ferris mowers, but that Ferris mower might not cut in your area at all. It might be a piece of garbage. I agree, but man, the closest dealer is like forever and away, man. I gotta have a dealer. I gotta have a dealer. Ed, you gotta work on some dealers around here, man. I can't be going 45 minutes to an hour. You gotta hook us up here. You gotta get your dealer network up and running here in Pennsylvania. I'm struggling here. I'm struggling. Um, that's wrong. Yeah, if you have a good dealer, like That's everything. Dealers is everything. Man, we have a Ferris 3100Z built real cheap, no solid fronts. They're skimpy built, rinky dink, comfortable. That's it. I'm 10 minutes. Money making Mike G. I'm 10 minutes from Philly. Cool. I'm about 5 hours from Philly. I'm about 50 minutes from Pittsburgh. I'm about an hour and 40 minutes from Erie. So, um, guys, I'm about running out of time here. It's fun messing around with you guys, but seriously, if I feel bad, if that happened to Chain. All three of my Ferris Joes are at least an hour away. You know what? My Ferris dealer, one's 25 minutes away, and the other one is 40 minutes away. What am I doing for snow? I'm going to push it and throw salt down and make lots of money doing it. Ed, you should do snow plows too. You should do snow plows too. Um, yeah, snow around here is big. Snow around here is big, real big. Um, Knowing your numbers, guys, you got to know your numbers. Know your numbers before you go cut grass. Before you buy a machine, you got to know your numbers. This is the time. Businesses fail right here. Listen, we're in the third quarter according to my game. My game, I play a different game. I have 2 month quarters. I believe the business starts April, May is the first, June, July is the second, August, September is the third, October, November is the fourth. If honestly, if you don't have your winter fund in by Labor Day, you're running way out of time. I want to know that I won the game by the fourth quarter. I know some of you guys like going into overtime and all that, but when you're in business, I want to win the game by the fourth quarter. I want it to be over with. I want to be done. I don't want to be sitting here at last minute Hail Mary hoping my guy catches it. When it comes to business, right here, right here, right here, you need to know, are you making money on every single lawn? Time in, time out. You got to know. We're in the middle of the third quarter. And if you're not up yet, you're in trouble. September's coming, baby. You better hope that there's going to be an extended leaf season, or you better hope. See, I call winter overtime. Winter's overtime money. That's the best kind of money. When the game's already won and you're just stacking up more points. It's like a great basketball game. You've already won, but we're still hitting layups, still shooting the three. Bang! You got to know it, man. You got to know it. April, May is the first quarter. June, July is the second quarter for me. August, September is the third. Predominantly, I always try to have my winter fund in by July 4th. It's been really easy to do that the last few years because my overtime game, which is snow removal, which I don't count on at all. If I get it, yes. If I don't, doesn't matter. I won it over in the first quarter. There you go. See, the problem with that, though, I'm geek, so I watch my money. And turning the wheel of the business is really, really hard. Turning the wheel of business in April, like you have all the startup, all the oil, all the gas, all the fixes, and then you go to work. And now you're waiting for money to come in to pay for it. I understand card on file is popular, but that ain't going to go everywhere, guys. Forget that stuff. I mean, most people are still, 2-week billing. If you can get a card on file, that's great. But you're giving so much money. You're giving $40 cut, and you're giving 2% of it away. They might not be down there. They might not be down there. The ZK Killer might not be down there, and the Z3 might not be down there. What's up, ABC Lawn Works? What's going on? What's going on with you? What's going on with you? That's about all I got today. We've talked about standers. We've talked about other YouTubers. What do you use for plowing? Right now I just bought a Western Wideout at the end of the year last year. Western Wideout, and I haven't bought my new Salter yet. I'm not quite sure. I'm thinking about what Western, or I don't know. Is Fisher big there? It's here. It's not big. They're owned by Douglas Dynamics. Love the energy, bud. I'm always late for the dance. What's up, Johnny? Camera does you looking good, looking trim. Thank you. Hi, Johnny. What's up, Acme Mowing? Acme Mowing, acmemowing.com, Acme Mowing. Crazy old Ben is here. Finally, we agree, Johnny. Western plows rock it. Yeah. Yeah, Western. I don't know. I haven't used it yet. I was a Snowway guy. I used Snowway and Snow Dog for years. So I'm not quite sure how good or bad it is. Not quite sure yet. I'm sure it's awesome. Every guy around here loves them. Western rules the roost around here, for sure. Western rules the roost. So I'm sure it's going to be a great plow. Snow Dog is junk. Ben, I've got a magnet coming your way soon. Come on, man. Why don't I get a magnet, man? I got to do a wall of fame. Wall of fame around here. So let's recap it. We've talked about standards. We've talked about numbers. Know your numbers so that you can afford a $250 weed whacker in August, so you don't have to get on here and oh. Shots fired. Hey, get that guy out of here. He said shots fired. One of you guys, where are my moderators at? Moderate him. We had Ed Wright in here earlier. Moderate him. He's talking about his brands. He's using my channel. Moderate him. Get him out of here. Guys, who is this? Monkey Making? Monkey Making, get him out of here. Get out of here. I don't want those guys in here. Listen. Oh, I feel the love. Where's the love at? I only got 5 likes. 55 people. I only got 5 people liking me. Come on, man. What's up with that? Oh, come on, Money Making. Get them out of here. I want to see those likes go up. 53 people, and I only got 6 likes. Where's the love at? You better not have. Seriously. Ed, I'm serious. There better not be anything in there. Well, oh, man, there's the love. There's the love. I'm feeling the love now. Man, I'm getting the love. Look at this. We're going up, baby. We're going up, baby. Listen, guys, don't ever donate to me. Seriously. I don't know if you can donate to me, but don't. Seriously. I don't need your money. I'd rather, if you were going to donate to someone like me, I'd rather you give it to a kid that needs it. I honestly, I don't need it. So I just want to say that. Don't ever donate to me. So I'm cool, really. I know I'm joking, but I'm being very serious in this one little set. Don't ever give it to someone who would need it. But yeah, I only got 10 likes, 56. There's no loyalty in this community. Where's the loyalty at? Where's the loyalty at, huh? I see the loyalty, huh? Where's the loyalty at? I see that, just having a little fun, guys. Just laugh. That's all you have to do. It's nothing personal. Just laugh. It's just funny stuff. It's just fun. I'm a little heartbroken though. I can't believe there's 55 people in here, and I only got 12 likes. I gave you some information earlier that can transform your business. I can't believe it. I can't. 12 people. I gave you how to win the game in 4 quarters And now I see. You know what? Money making. I want them out of here. I want 47 people gone out of here. I liked it twice. Acme Mowing, you're my new moderator, and I want these. If someone says something wrong, if Ed Wright gets back on here and he actually talks about that right mower without giving me one, I want him out of here, guys. I want a right mower too. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Do I hear 25? This is great. You're a moderator. Get him out. Get him out. I don't want to see. I don't want to hear anything more about nothing. I don't want. Get him out of here. Johnny Mowing Mower. Two haters. Oh, listen. Get them haters out of here. I don't want them. You're out of here. Get the light bar so you can cut at 11 p.m. Listen, guys, I'm a family guy. I wouldn't do it. The light bar. I don't need a light bar. 2 thumbs down. What's wrong with you people? Yeah, what's wrong with you people? Listen, I love thumbs down. I love thumbs up. I don't care if you hate me. Come on, 57 people and I got 24 likes. I just don't get this, man. Where's the love at? Where's the loyalty at in this? Where's this community at, man? I thought this community was behind me. I thought you guys really liked me. You mean you can't push X and go over and push a like? Do you see how silly that you see how that's exactly why the community embraced this community always embraces everyone. It always embraces everyone when they first come in. And then when they go out of their way, then you have problems. Oh, I didn't know we had another community started. Watch the numbers drop. Watch the numbers drop. Yeah, I honestly, I don't even know how many subscribers I have right now. It just really doesn't matter to me. It's all good and fun. If you can learn something from this channel, that's awesome.